Hello and welcome to my third and final game of the day. I've broken my current losing streak. Let's see if I can not make it a winning one. Okay. Another Roy Lopez. I'm surprised I've not faced any funny gambits recently. Now here, d3, knight c3, both possible, but I've had the most success with castling, but the Berlin's really tough. Here I play rook e1 instead of going for the Berlin endgame, which I may try to learn and use at some point. Then bishop e7, bishop f1. Black usually castles. One line is knight c3, knight d5, but what I've looked at most is just d4, and I'll play that in this case. Against rook e2, black has to be precise and play b6, but as rook e8 does not have to be reacted to. But in this case, I'll just play rook e1. My opponent is high rated, so I don't mind a draw too much. Now, I wonder if I can play bishop f4. There are a few ways to gambit a pawn, but nothing is like the end of the world for anyone. So bishop f4, rook takes, queen takes, bishop takes the pawn, which is one pawn, then takes the knight with the threat of taking on c7. So takes, bishop takes, bishop f4, bishop takes knight, bishop takes pawn, trapping the rook, bishop takes pawn, attacking the queen, queen takes is attacking mate, so queen f8. And I think bishop d3 and queen h5 are just a really scary attack. So I very much hope the move is bishop f4. Bishop takes d6, c takes d6, knight c3. I'm pretty happy trying to just target pawns along this file. Knight c3, knight e8. I think black is up a pawn there. Queen d, queen e4, bishop. It's always exciting. But I think the line I gave at the beginning makes sense. Bishop takes d6, bishop takes b2, bishop takes c7, queen to f8. I think I even have a draw in hand just by repeating with the bishop. Bishop here, queen here, bishop back. Okay. Actually, bishop here, the queen can cover with f8. That's... oops. Okay. Now, this position is tricky. I want my knight here. I think controlling the square is important. There are some ways of getting the queen to attack multiple points at once, which are fancy and that I don't remember. I would play this. I played this a few times in correspondence on Lichess, and I still don't have a good sense for how all the lines work out. Okay. I think queen here to make it difficult to play b6, and preparing bishop d3 is very sensible. And also to play f4. Many, many reasons. A very reasonable direct attack at this, and this isn't possible. Sorry, rook b1 is just losing to bishop takes knight. Knight a4 is a sensible response, but I think I can throw in bishop d3 first. Actually, I should have given more thought to the queen taking and then check. King here, check. King here, knight check. Alas. Okay. Well, the most aggressive way to play is knight here. After which this is obliged. And then say rook e1. Where I threaten f4, but black does have f5. And the calm collected move is knight to a4. Then black can somewhat just force a trade of queens. Sadly. I feel like I do just have to enter this endgame, but it's not the end of the world. Then I play c3, takes, and then this is unpleasant for black. It's still really hard for black to try and get this square. Trading queens this way is not what I expected. So black threatens to play b5, I guess. So what if I avoid the queen trade? And then I can play f4 to follow if I want. Queen b4, I can be... Queen b4, there's no way of black chasing me for trades. And I stop b5. And I have bishop coming here in case of b6. It's hard to argue with that. Just seems like an all-around good move. Queen here just has a few checks, but with this bishop, I don't think they amount to anything. Now, I do want to play f4, but not in any rush to do so. Well, I guess I am in a rush just because I have nothing else to do. I'm getting low on time. That's concerning. I only have just noticed this. So, bishop here can be met by pawn here. And otherwise, this bishop is coming here. Which I think is a good argument. This knight now here makes definitely less sense. I think just bringing it back to c3 would be good. Here being down the pawn, I don't want to exchange the queens. I'm not seeing a way to get a pawn. After bishop b7, I play f3. This queen check can force a queen trade, but only if it repairs my pawn structure, so it's not a concern. The concern would be rook c8, which threatens to just win this pawn. But I don't think it's fast enough to be scary. Well, it might be. Okay. Okay. This is not pleasant. I have this if black takes here, and I can't defend here, so I think I just want to activate this rook. And I think just to this file. Targets this pawn. And controls this square. Very tough. I think just trying to bring the rook in like this. This bishop being solid is now no longer being offensive. Is the hope. Black does have to take this pawn at some point. Okay. Now is a time, I think. Now's a time I might take the queen. C3 is falling low, and the 2-pawn down endgame is a bit too much. I think my best chance is on trading queens, as my king is starting to be too unsafe. And I put my rook here and pretend it's an outpost. Or more that it's an outpost that does something, which it doesn't. Okay, taking back with the pawn. I thought this was better for me than the alternative. Now it's slightly tricky for black to try and win all of my pawns. Oh, I'm only down one pawn as well. I think rook b8 is obligatory here. I think bring this king in to try and... Okay, bishop c here. I have one move that doesn't just immediately lose material. So king up to here. The dark squares are very funnily available. I think I have to do this. I have to defend this, but the bishop can get in and it just trade. I'm just not in time to defend. I need to defend this pawn, so I'll just do it preemptively. Have to pretty much trade. And my king is just stuck on the back rank. H4, try and get the king to go here. I think the idea is just rook here and pawn, but there's nothing I can do to stop this. Pawn immediately is also good. The only downside for black is I can now just... H4's attacked. Okay, let's play H5. G3 is... The other option was too depressing. Okay, let's bring this king in and hope very fervently that a check doesn't lead to a winning pawn in game for black. King here, just d5, and everything's terrible, so... But I can't stop d5 anyway. I guess I'll give one last try. But there won't be anything, sadly. Okay, rook, do something. Rook here. Yeah, black can just do the pawns. Yeah, that was sad. I think this was all... Yep. This is theory, but somewhere things got mixed up. Bishop d3. So bishop d3 just... No, bishop d3 it's fine. I didn't do this because I thought black was doing okay here with f5, yeah. And apparently they are very not doing okay. And so knight a4, very much not the move. Rook, yep, rook e1, and I was thinking like f5. Or that there'd be at least bishop g7 covering f8. Or queen trying to... Why is this winning? Suppose even just bishop... That's winning a piece. Okay. Yeah, that is winning a piece. And this was, yeah, all just losing. A pawn down endgame is a pawn down endgame. And that's what happens if the gambit doesn't work. Unfortunate. Okay, that's my 3 games for today. Hope to see you all tomorrow.